Given today's Supreme Court decision, which allows the U.S. government to deport undocumented immigrants without due process to a foreign country with which they have no association, I'd like to point out some troubling history with ICE and Customs and Border Protection. According to the Government Accountability Office, between 2015 and 2020, the U.S. government deported 70 American citizens. And yes, that was a period of time during which Obama and then Trump were in office. During this period of time, undocumented immigrants did have due process rights and were not able to be deported to foreign gulags in countries with which they had no association. So even without the protections which have been lost today, the American government deported 70 U.S. citizens. This is a violation of the U.S. Constitution. Now, the GAO did conduct an investigation and identify the root of the problems which resulted in these Americans being deported. However, I'd like to point out here that Republicans in Congress are proposing a 48% budget reduction to the GAO to make it less likely that we can keep our government accountable in the future. The investigation into these deportations which occurred between 2015 and 2020 revealed underlying problems with racial profiling, with lack of access to counsel, and with broken systems and processes in ICE and Customs and Border Protection. Some examples: very poor ICE training. ICE officers were at the time required to consult with a supervisor before questioning anyone who claimed to be a U.S. citizen. However, ICE training materials contradicted this requirement. Further, ICE's data infrastructure made misidentifications permanent. Officers are supposed to document citizenship investigations, but they aren't required to update a person's status in ICE's databases even after confirming that person's citizenship. The result is that there are American citizens who are indefinitely marked as removable in ICE systems. And based on a video I just saw today from an American citizen who was pulled over in a traffic stop and told there is no record of him in police systems because of something ICE did, it seems rather obvious that ICE's systems and processes have most definitely not improved. And given the speed and carelessness with which ICE is proceeding, I would hazard a guess that ICE's data is anything but accurate. What this means is that it is absolutely inevitable that American citizens are going to end up deported by mistake, if that hasn't happened already. Because we are now deporting to foreign concentration camps in places like El Salvador and South Sudan, within which there is no contact with the outside world, it is going to be exceedingly difficult, if not impossible, to correct these mistakes. And perhaps that is the point. This government does not want any accountability.